Alright, so a while back I went into a gun store because I knew they had some ammunition on sale. While I was there, I saw they had a Smith & Wesson equalizer, so I bought that. While I was wandering around looking at the paperwork, or waiting for the paperwork, I saw this, which is interesting. It is a Colt 1911, in case it's not obvious. The New Agent. It's a weird little thing. It's a 3-inch barreled, alloy framed, with no sights. It has a groove, and the groove is weird. You don't look down it exactly. You kind of have to get just the right angle. Anyway, it's hard to explain, but you get used to it. Anyway, I picked this up. I will do a full review on it sooner or later. I'm gonna pop in here next my first shots with it, and you'll see what it was like. Just real quick, I recently did a video about how my little revolver seemed to me like it had a lot more recoil than it does. Yeah, not so this one. This one's got some recoil. Let me pop that on there. 23 ounces, like I said, 45 auto. So yeah, it's got some recoil. Anyway, first shot's coming up, and then I'll talk to you later. Okay, so the last of the guns, seriously, I went in there to buy ammunition, and then I come out with 3 guns at some point. Anyway, I should know better than to look around while I'm there. This is called a Colt New Agent. Again, I'll put better pictures up later. It is a 3-inch barreled Colt government model. It comes with a 7-round magazine. It had 1. Again, this is a used gun. They don't make these anymore. And I happen to have these 8-round magazines from my full-size 1911 that I will be trying in them to see if they work. Notable thing about this is the sights. There aren't any. There's a groove. Again, I'll take better pictures later, but there's a groove. So we're going to try this from 5 yards and see what we get. So as you can see, it sticks out a bit. Not all that concerned about it. Again, it's a spare magazine, who cares? And we have a malfunction. Failure to feed, looks like. Well, that was interesting. You have to look at the groove differently. First I tried looking straight down the groove. That did not end well. I ended up having to tilt it up just a little bit to where I could just look at the front of it. And, well, I will show you a picture of the target, and the first 4 or 5 rounds were the first ones I fired, and the ones that actually hit the target were the ones when I was looking at the front of the Grove. Alright, so as you can see, it does have some recoil. It is interesting. These thick rubber grips do help a little bit, and honestly it's controllable. It's not like it's, you know, outrageous or anything. It's just more than a normal 1911, or than a larger one, which is not exactly unexpected. But those were its first shots. I've been actually working with it since I took that video, and it had some reliability issues for a while. I don't know how many rounds have ever been put through this thing. I don't know whether I'm the first person to ever fire it, if it's already had 1,500, I have no idea. But now that I'm getting close to 500 rounds that I've put through it, it actually seems to be evening out a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe it didn't have any before through it, and now it's getting broken in and working normally. But I will do a full review on it later and fill you all in. Have a good one. Alright, so I'm just going to tack this little bit onto the end of the intro video to the Colt New Agent. First, in the one video where I'm shooting it, it looks like I'm left-handed. I am not. I was not shooting left-handed. I had the selfie camera being used instead of the regular camera on the phone, and that flips things. Second, I did promise some target pictures. I'm not going to be able to fulfill that because I honestly shot that weeks ago and I have no idea where those pictures went. Finally, I promised some pictures of the trench site and other things. There is a written review linked in the description below. It's not very long, and there are some pictures in there that are better. This is actually a neat little gun. I also wanted to mention that I thought I had gotten a handle on the reliability issue as I approached 500 rounds. Not quite so much. If I hold it in a death grip, it does pretty well. I think the problem is failure to feed. I don't think it's actually the feeding part of it. I've got 3 shiny new Wilson combat mags that do the same thing as the one that came with it and the other ones. I think it's on the extraction ejection side. For example, watching my son shoot it the other day, 8-round magazine, 4 popped out more or less, you know, as you would expect. 2 went almost straight up and 2 went straight back past his ear. Yesterday when I shot the thing, well, at least one of them hit me in the forehead. So I'm going to go have that looked at, and then once I get all that done, I will actually post a full review of this where I will have things like pictures of targets and things of that nature. But in the meantime, this is where we are. So y'all have a good one.